That's Anna, her husband, and their 2 young children, engaged in a different kind of train surfing on top of a locomotive in 2023, headed north from their native Ecuador in pursuit of their own American dream. Fast forward a year, and Anna, we're using an alias at her request for privacy reasons, is living at the Stewart Hotel migrant shelter across the street from Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan. Her youngest son, conceived and born here in the United States, he's the only member of this young family with U.S. citizenship. This pursuit of the American dream, not so different in spirit from the many versions of mass immigration America has witnessed through the decades. In fact, in 1907 alone, a single year, the United States welcomed and processed 1.2 million Irish, Italian, and other European immigrants at Ellis Island. Through the generations, across presidential administrations, changing immigration policy, and away from the heated rhetoric of the day, there is one constant: the desire to simply live better.
The journey to come here was long, and we went through a lot.
But Anna's life in this political climate is dangerously different, and she tells us she lives in constant fear of the incoming administration's promise of mass deportations.
We will begin the largest deportation operation in American history.
Deportations which threaten to tear apart her mixed status family.
With the little one, I don't know if I'm going to have a say to take him with me or if he will have to stay behind.
Does that scare you?
Sí.
The more likely scenario, her entire family being sent back to Ecuador and the dangerous conditions they fled in the first place.
In the situation I was in, I had no other option. I had to leave.
This report aimed simply at exploring how one migrant mother, who is brave enough to speak out, is mentally and emotionally processing lofty policy decisions and what's expected to be a strict interpretation of existing immigration laws out of Washington.
You have to do things lawfully.
New York City Councilman Bob Holden says migrant criminals should absolutely be removed without delay. As for Anna's situation,
they're trying to make a better life for themselves. I understand that. I get it. But there are a lot of people that want to be citizens of the United States that waited in line and hired attorneys and have to wait several years.
Anna says she's no criminal, but still worries about what might happen to her family, including her U.S.-born son, next year, under the next administration.
I don't have a friend or relative here or anyone here who I can leave my child with.
These days, Anna is doubly worried for herself and her husband, who is currently working in construction in Alabama to help support the family.
He's worked hard. We miss him a lot. But I'm also worried that when he's down there, he could get detained and asked for his legal status and get deported.
Anna's life, no different from any other parent raising young kids without a support system, except she's doing it while also trying to hide in plain sight. Her children, keenly aware of their situation.
When they see the news and hear the word deportation, they know that we are not at peace and that we are not safe.
Blending in, staying under the radar to avoid acts of discrimination, or catching the attention of federal immigration agents, all part of their life now.
Do you feel welcome in this country?
There are some days when we travel on the train and I tell my kids don't talk because I speak Spanish and not English. There will be an aggression against me.
According to recent U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement statistics, between October 2023 and June of this year, the New York City and Newark, New Jersey ICE field offices conducted a total of 475 removals. 74% of them were for other non-criminal violations.
When they come into the communities, what are the tactics and strategies that they're going to use?
Janice Northia manages community engagement for the New York Immigration Coalition. She says NYC routinely holds Know Your Rights workshops about judicial warrants and what agents can and cannot lawfully do in the field.
Everyone has the right to be able to live in their home without the fear of someone just coming in.
Anna chose to close our conversation with a word of thanks.
We're very grateful for everything that you are doing, and I just want to ask for forgiveness for coming to your country.
Why do you feel like you need to ask for forgiveness?
Porque nos ven así.
Because they see us as people that want to take like an invasion. And there are Latino immigrants who have done harm. And because of that, they generalize all of us.
I mean, what is the life that you want here in the United States for you and your children?
Una vida tranquila.
I want a peaceful life for my children, a college education that I never accomplished, and the future that I never had.